corporation continue to watch over our families and keep us safe. We ask that you'll be with our board and our administrators and all our staff to help make the best decisions possible each and every day. Thank you for all that you do for us. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
First, just want to apologize for the late start. We had an executive session that ran over just a little bit. At this time, if I can take roll, Ms. Franklin?
Present.
Mr. Basham?
Here.
Ms. Bright?
Here.
Mr. Groen?
Present.
And I am here. We have quorum. Dr. Briggs, any emergency additions, revisions to the agenda?
Yes, good evening, everyone. I do have a handful of revisions and additions. First of all, under number 4, recognition, I would also like to add presentation, so that would be recognition and presentation to number 4. Under number 7, consent agenda, under letter A, finances, under number 1B, the Kroger donation. That is actually not a donation. That is a reward that we get through our parents using the Kroger Plus card. So we get that money, but technically not a donation. So that's been deleted off. The request is to be deleted off the agenda. One addition is under consent agenda number 7, letter B, personnel. Under number 2, classified staff, I would like to add number 7 and 8. Number 7 would be Yesenia Villagomez, Silver Creek High School EL assistant, position control, number 51022, effective August 9th, 2022. And then number 8 would be Beth Payton, Silver Creek Middle School instructional assistant, 504, position control, number 41020, effective August 9th, 2022. And then the final recommended addition under consent agenda, personnel, classified under number 3, leaves and retirements. Number 2, request to approve FMLA to Samantha DeWitt, Silver Creek High School science teacher, position control number 50049, effective September 1, 2022 to November 1, 2022. And that is it for recommended additions and revisions. Thank you.
For Dr. Briggs's emergency additions and revisions, do we have any motion to approve?
I so move.
I got Ms. Bright on the motion. Mr. Groen, do you want a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Groen seconds. Any discussion needed? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Next up on the docket, number 3, we have the approval of minutes July 26th of 2022, our regularly scheduled board meeting. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make that motion.
Ms. Franklin makes a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Basham seconds. Any discussion needed? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries 5-0. This time, I'd like to invite up Ms. Meyer. She has a presentation for us on our secure tip line.
Hello. Thank you for the opportunity to share this information with you guys. So I am talking today about our new securely tip line, and it's an anonymous tip line that is shown on, or that is posted on our website. I'm going to go over to the computer really quick and click this so you guys can see it.
Hey, Alex, is that what you're showing live? Okay. Would it help if we killed some lights? I suppose it is. Yep.
Just the little, yeah, YouTube. Thank you, Mrs. Campbell, for that. Okay, so basically, yeah, if you just hit pause there. Basically, that's what it is. It is a secure way, anonymous way of reporting anything that they see going on that is wrong, something that just doesn't feel right. It is 24/7 manned by a specialist that analyzes it and determines the severity of the need to see whether or not they need to contact us administrators directly, or if it's something they can send to us in an email that we can handle the next school business day. So, and so how we find that for families to make a report, there's a link on each homepage of each of our websites. So parents or students can go to the homepage of our website, click on that anonymous link, tip line link, and they can start reporting. There's also the option of downloading from the Apple Store or Google Play an app that they can just type in there and submit the anonymous tip that way as well. So we've communicated this at each of the 4 buildings. It's on all of our websites. We have all the administrators have shared that in our August newsletters, the information about the tip line. You're going to see it posted on some Facebook pages. You'll see it posted throughout throughout the buildings. There's posters. I handed the board the packet here. There's examples of the posters that were provided to us, and we have those laminated and posted around the building as well. So it's basically a way to report anything that just doesn't feel right, so they can stand up, say something, see it, say it, and stop it. So I'll take any questions if you guys have any questions.
I have questions.
Okay.
You mentioned that they would reach out if there was something that was urgent, and it goes through a third party that is screening. Do you also get reports of those things that are not urgent?
Yes. In fact, I received one. Actually, Mr. Smith received one, and he forwarded it on to me because the school wasn't identified. So it went to the district level, and he forwarded it on to me. It wasn't something that was deemed where the child was in danger, immediate danger, or going to harm themselves or something like that. So it was sent to us via email so that we could handle the next school day.
So basically, this third party person or whatever, they're just trying to see, is this something they need to notify you about after hours, or
Sure.
something that's like immediate?
Absolutely.
But otherwise, you get a report of everything.
Absolutely.
And then as far as the communication manner, it sounds like you've reached out to the parents, and like you said, there's things in the hallway. Is this also being talked about in the classroom and explained to students how to use it?
We have shared it with the teachers. I don't know if the middle of high school, if you guys have any other experience with that. I've shared it out with our teachers to, share and communicate. I'm not sure if they're actually going through like where to click and how to, report those things. It's pretty intuitive. Like when you click on it, it says student name, like what's going on, and it walks them through each step. It's not difficult to do.
I just wonder if that'd be a good, another layer, just to
Sure.
make sure everybody, because it's more student centered, making sure the students know how to use it.
Sure.
That would be a good idea.
So students can download this app and have it on their phone?
They could. It's a
Or
free
they
app
could
in
use
the App
their-
Store.
Could they use their Chromebook also to
Yes.
access it?
And the link is on the website, yes.
Any other questions, Ms. Myers?
Is there an age level as to when they are able to have access to it? Because you might get a lot of kids telling on each other. I was just thinking like that.
Well, and
False positive results are always good as far as, catch the one that's really serious for sure. But
that's why it's manned by the 24/7, people through Securely. So they're going to know whether or not they need to send it straight to us or if it's something not serious. And then our internal controls will take over from there once we get.
gotcha.
I guess to Chrissy's point is that if it is on a student's iPhone, or I guess they could possibly make a false report.
Sure. And that's where our reporting and our investigating of each situation would come into play.
Because that's why it's anonymous.
And it's anonymous, right? We won't know who submits it. So yes.
Any other questions?
Yeah, if I could just make a couple comments. Mrs. Myers, thank you for your presentation. Yeah, I think everyone needs to understand that we still prefer the direct contact. This isn't the only way to make a report. We still prefer to face-to-face, over the phone, email, come into the office. However, What this app does is it allows you to report something when maybe we're not available, so of an evening or on a weekend. And also it allows you to be anonymous. Now, when you get on there, this doesn't have to be anonymous. And anybody can download the app. I downloaded it last year when we were looking at it. And the first thing that it says is this anonymous, and you click a button, yes or no. So you don't have to report anonymous. But what we don't want is that when people think that they can't do something anonymous, we don't want them to not report a safety concern. Just a reminder, and everyone knows this, but safety is everyone's responsibility. And so we don't care how you report something. If you see something, we want you to say something. This is just another avenue for students, parents, community members to report any concerns they have.
I think those are all very good points. Thank you for bringing that up.
Anything else? All right, next, Ms. Hawkins. Oh, you do? I'm sorry.
Yep. Mrs. Campbell, we have some special guests here this evening.
Oh, if it's not on.
She is not wanting to go front and center. So you can stand by me, Mary. That's fine. You're welcome. All right, this will be a little tough for me to get through. This is a tough one, but Silver Creek Primary would like to take a moment to recognize Miss Mary Sanchez. She's been our school resource officer the past 4 years. She is an invaluable part of our community. She's such a huge part of what we do every day, and as she moves on to her next journey of her career, we really are going to miss her. Mary, thank you for your constant support and guidance to ensure the safety of all of our students and staff. Thank you for your hugs, your inside jokes with students, your ability to make us all feel safe each day. Our students have been blessed by your knowledge, and you will be greatly missed. Thank you for loving all of our SCP students just like they are your own. Rest assured, you will always be a dragon, and you are always welcome at SCP anytime. In the meantime, Mary has been training Miss Carol Crumpton, who was unable to be here this evening, but Carol is doing a great job and has learned from the best, so we look forward to welcoming Carol. If we could please give Miss Mary a big round of applause, she definitely deserves it.
I want to thank the school corporation for allowing me to work here. I truly mean this when I say that this school has changed my outlook on life. These kids mean the world to me. And I wish that I was 10 or 20 years younger, but I'm not. And every day in my mind, I'm 40 years old, but my body tells me, no, you're not. And so I felt that it was just time to retire from the police business altogether, to go out on a really high note. And this school has provided me that opportunity. So thank you again for having me for these few years. I will be checking in from time to time, just seeing the kids, seeing if there's any way that I can help out. And if there's anything that I can do for any of you in the future, please let me know. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Ms. Hawkins?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I want to start tonight with some spotlights. I'm going to start by spotlighting all of our employees who have a hand in making sure that the school year starts off in a positive way. It's been a great start, but it's a ton of work, and there's a lot of little details behind the scenes. So the first few weeks are definitely full of establishing routines, getting used to new schedules, completing beginning of year tasks. So special thanks to all those administrators, counselors, support staff, bus drivers, custodial employees across the district, and everyone else for going above and beyond and working so hard to ensure that everything was ready for this year. There are always a few challenges, And especially with the new construction and parking and pickup drop-off lines, we've had to work through some things, but everybody has worked very hard to make sure that those situations had solutions very quickly. So that's my first spotlight. As an individual spotlight from Silver Creek High School, I'd like to recognize our freshman class sponsors, Cindy Mackey and Kara Bailey. Cindy and Kara put together the SCHS freshman orientation that was held on July 26th. The event was a huge success with nearly 200 students attending the orientation. So this definitely took a lot of planning on their part, and it was before the school year planning. And so we definitely appreciate Cindy and Kara's effort. Want to give just an academic spotlight. I'm very excited to highlight our growing course offerings at Silver Creek High School. In fact, the 22-23 master schedule offers 35 courses for students to obtain dual credit. That's a celebration. So one of our new dual credit classes in specifically Earth Space has become popular very quickly and has 116 students enrolled in just 4 sections. So definitely 3 different areas to spotlight, but important things to give you guys some information on. Just some updates for you all in the area of district level assessments. It's really important for our teachers to know where their new students are academically as quickly as possible. And so while we value Spring 22 iLearn results, we work on getting other data across our campus as quickly as possible. So Silver Creek utilizes TRC, DIBELS, and M-Class to assess reading level, literacy skills, and math skills for students in grades K through 2. TRC is text reading comprehension, and it is an individually administered assessment that uses leveled readers to determine a student's instructional reading level. DIBELS, dynamic indicators of basic early learning literacy skills, are individually administered measures of student skills in each of the key basic early literacy skills. They are short, usually 1-minute fluency type measures used to regularly monitor the development of early literacy and early reading skills. The M-Class math assessment is similar to DIBELS with 1-minute activities designed around counting, quantity discrimination, missing numbers, and number identification. So mentioning this because the window for TRC DIBELS is August 1st through August 26th, so we're within that. And M-Class is August 29th through September 9th. And these assessments definitely help teachers to differentiate learning and monitor growth for students throughout the year. So also, Silver Creek is in the 2nd year of assessing student in grades 3 through 10 using NWEA MAP growth test. MAP growth helps teachers understand what students know today and helps us set goals for improvement throughout the year. Students cannot pass or fail this test, and the results do not affect their overall grades. The results, however, do help teachers to know what students are ready for, and they also serve as a data point to help us differentiate intervention during dedicated times throughout the day. So I mentioned this because the window for NWEA testing begins on August 15th and ends on August 26th. So just want to make you guys aware that that's happening in our schools very, very early so our teachers can get that information. That's all I have tonight. Do you guys have any questions?
Any questions for Ms. Hawkins?
Thank you.
Beth, we have anybody signed up for community input? Does anybody in the audience want to address the board? All right. Dr. Briggs, consent agenda?
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
So I just wanted to introduce myself because we're so So I'm representing the Silver Creek High School PTO. My name is Tandra Miller. We're very excited to have added a PTO to the high school. It's my understanding they've never had one before. But we have a lot of exciting events planned. We're already planning a homecoming parade, pep rally for the Battle of the 403. We've done a lot of teacher support with their wish lists, so we were able to get 30 scientific calculators together for the credit class, and there's another word that goes with it. I'm sorry.
Recovery.
Thank you. Credit recovery class. So we're very excited about that. A couple of computer chairs for teachers whose chairs were kind of pieced and parted together. So it's just been a really exciting time, and we're looking forward to a great year. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for bringing a PTO to the high school.
Dr. Briggs, consent agenda?
Yes, consent agenda. We have letter A, finances. Under approval of donations, we have letters A and then letter A, then letters C through L. Under personnel, certified position appointments, we have numbers 1 through 4. Under resignations, we have number 1. Under classified positions appointments, we have numbers 1 through 8. Under resignations, numbers 1 through 3. Under positions, 1 and 2. Under leaves and retirements, 1 and 2. And under other, we have numbers 1 through 5. And that is it for the consent agenda.
You've heard the consent agenda. Do we have a motion to bring it to the floor?
That's a move.
Mr. Grohl makes a motion. Do we have a second?
I second.
Ms. Bright seconds. Any discussion needed? Hearing none, all of those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries 5-0. There we go. All right, discussion action items. Dr. Briggs, we have discussion, first reading of the policy 3220.01 teacher appreciation grant.
Yes, this is a teacher appreciation grant policy that has to be reviewed and renewed annually. This policy also gets discussed with the Silver Creek Teachers Association. The policy has been discussed with them. There are no recommended changes, however, to stick with our policy of approving and updating policies that we want to take it through 2 readings. So tonight it's just the first review of that. I have no recommended changes. It will come up at the next board meeting for approval, and then we will submit that to the Department of Ed along with our certified teacher evaluation handbook.
All right. Sounds good. On to comments. Ms. Campbell, we'll start with you. You have anything?
Good evening again. All right, well, we're off to a great start at Silver Creek Primary. We welcome 235 new kindergarten students to our Dragon family this year. Our staff's working diligently to teach routines and procedures every day. And so far, we've actually had really great attendance. So we're happy to be kicking off the year that way. Over the past 2 years, we have been slowly implementing pieces of what's called zones of regulation to our school culture. And we're excited to say that this year we took the plunge, and it is a building-wide initiative. Zones of regulation helps students and adults be able to identify their emotions, know that all emotions are okay, and then choose a tool to help them deal with that. We've all experienced a lot the last few years with COVID, so we feel like this is a very appropriate way to address emotions and tools to use them with our young students. A huge piece of our work right now at Silver Creek Primary is determining the needs of each student. As you can imagine, with 500 students KN1, we have begun assessing. This does take some time, but it's super important work because that's how we design our instruction to meet the needs of our students. And I just want to say thank you to our staff. I know that Mrs. Hawkins mentioned that in her celebration, but what our staff is able to do is incredible. The first couple of days of school, these little 235 friends have no idea where they are, and most of the time don't respond to their name. So our goals are arrive safely, eat lunch, go home safely. And if we can do that, then that's a win. So I just want to say thank you to our SCP staff for working so hard. Any questions or anything?
Any questions for Ms. Campbell? Thank you. Ms. Myers, do you have anything for the board?
Absolutely. All right. So at Silver Creek Elementary, we started the year off great. We are welcoming 899 kids right now into the building every day. So we're really excited to see all of their faces coming through our doors. I wanted to take a moment to welcome our new staff as the first board meeting of the year. So joining us in third grade this year, we have Valerie Myers and Callie Bills. So we're excited to add them to our team. In fourth grade, we have Jessica Pappenhaus. In fifth grade, we are welcoming Judy Albrand to our team. We have 2 special education teachers that have joined our team, Adelaide Engel and Kylie Sumner. We're excited to have them. And one an additional EL teacher, Katrina Conrad. So we're really excited that they are all joining our team. I wanted to echo what they have said and just say thank you to all of the Silver Creek Elementary staff, teachers, and staff for doing all their hard work, getting everything prepared for day one so that our students arrived safely, got home safely. Our teaching teams this summer met, all teaching teams met this summer for some time outside of their contract to go over our new pacing guides that they worked very, very hard on. So that they were ready and prepared for day one, so we can just hit the ground running with the kids. So that's great. And then before school started, we had our meet and greet evenings. Classrooms were set, they were ready. Teachers worked really hard to make sure that everything was a welcoming environment and ready for the kids. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who did that. So,
Any questions for Ms. Myers?
No questions,
so
but
Thank you.
thank you for being here and welcome back.
Ms. Nunn?
Silver Creek Middle School says hi. I think, have a record-setting 286 sixth graders joining us this year, and they've been a wonderful group to get to know. Again, I'd like to say thank you to all of our teachers and staff, especially Michelle and our custodial staff, for having our school building ready to go. All their hard work in preparing for our 22-23 school year. Our open house was well attended by both staff and parents. We were very thankful for everybody who took time out to come and see and meet our teachers. I also would like to say a thank you to our car rider parents. They have been wonderful. We have changed the design on them a few times. Very patient. Our students have been very cooperative in helping us get students in and out in a different way than we normally did before construction started. So a huge thank you to the parents, the students of the car riders, and also our bus drivers for getting our students to and from school safely. I would like to take a moment to welcome our new teachers. We have Grant Condon in 8th grade math. Travis Drake was a part of Silver Creek but came to the middle school in 6th grade ELA. Hannah Porter is English Language Arts in 8th grade, and Addie Williams is our special education teacher in 8th grade. We also have new staff throughout the building in Colton Eddy, Zachary Lewis, Andrea Manning, Beth Payton, and Suzette Pop, and we welcome all of them. We have some wonderful people joining our staff. We're excited not only to get school going, our classes going, but we also want to wish our fall sports and activities good luck with all of their seasons. We're getting ready to gear up and have some fun celebrating our seasons. And we're excited to have our our second annual, but our first dance of the year put on by our amazing PTO. It's coming up, and we will be on the football field having a great time. So again, thank you for everything that our staff and our parents have done for us to help us get off to a great school year. Any questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Dr. Eckert?
Good evening. Our goals at the high school kind of mirror what Ms. Campbell said. These first 8 or 9 days, our goals were to get them here, get them fed, get them home. So that was similar to how you put it. But all three have been a little more challenging this year with our numbers and so forth. I think we're at 957 at the high school. We still have some trickling in. We had 3 new ones yesterday, so I think the numbers may continue to tick up a little bit as we start earlier than a lot of other schools. We're busy with we're planning our senior fall retreat. we go to Country Lake Retreat Center. We will be taking most of the seniors there along with some adults, August 29 to 31. Fall sports are underway. The girls' golf team has already played a match, and football and soccer, cross country, tennis, and volleyball all get underway in the next 4 or 5 days. So our first kind of big fall football game is, of course, the Battle of 403, which is August 19th at Charlestown. They're already promoting that, selling T-shirts and all that stuff. So very exciting. Our first home game will be versus Salem, August 26th. So we look forward to that, seeing the band and cheerleaders and everybody there on our football field. You stole a lot of my thunder about the PTO. I was going to talk a little bit about that. The PTO has really made a huge imprint on our school. Early in the school year, we had open house last week, and the PTO was there, and they raised almost $400. Gave away a couple of chairs to a couple of our teachers, which she spoke about, and it just adds a different element to some of our happenings. And we probably doubled our attendance at open house over what it was last year. They have a Facebook page if you want to check that out. I also want to let everyone know that our website is being updated with more information, and we've also started a Facebook page as well. So if you haven't checked that out, do that as well. We have 6 new staff members, faculty, certified staff. Courtney Pierce is English teacher. Sarah Vaughn's a new biology teacher. Nikki Rice is our family and consumer science teacher. Jeremy Risen, social studies, and Josh Nail, social studies. And you saw on the agenda that Adea Leiden is helping us out with our language heritage classes as well. I'm not sure what happened here. That's right, my nose. Thanks for your help there. I think it's a little too high though. Now I got to go on the tiptoes tuck. But we had 11 new staff members last year. So we've got 17 staff members, teachers that have been with us 2 years or less. So we've ramped up some things to help support them and to give them some in-service. We had our first, I'll call it new to SCHS meeting today after school, 2:30. Between putting out pylons and doing my meeting and going out and putting up the pylons, we got in a meeting. But it's a very good group of teachers that really fit the culture of our building. And I think every time we hire someone, we make our building a little stronger. So very excited about them and the impression they're going to make on our kids. That's all I have. Thank you.
Any questions for Dr. Eckert?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, do you have anything from IT world? Ms. Granger?
Hi. In special ed, we really started the year off with a lot of training. We're still in the midst of that, but I have to tell you, the first training I did this year was even before school started. The instructional assistants came in. What a dynamic group of people. These guys, they're energetic, they're dedicated, they're so hardworking. They were full of just wanting to learn what they can do to help our students. So I really appreciate everything they do, and what a great way to start the year for me. I will tell you, last year, a lot of, our new classes, they had room for growth in terms of seats that were unfilled. We are busting the classrooms now. They're just really full. A lot of kids have come back. I don't know, Abby, some have come out of the woodwork that we didn't know about. The classes are really full and they're going really well. The other thing I'll just let you know is that I am starting to schedule parent meetings to hold throughout the year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Briggs, anything?
Yes. As has been stated, it's been a great start to the school year. So thank you to everyone, to our to our staff and our families, our traffic patterns, as you've noticed on the high school, middle school, elementary campus. We tweak them every day, but I think maybe we found some patterns that are working, and probably once you get used to them, we're going to switch them up on you again. In case you haven't noticed yet, our softball field is gone, our baseball field is almost gone, but things are happening with construction. That's a great site, and as has been stated many times, it'll be great when it's finished, but we're going to go through some adjustments along the way. Thanks to SRO Mary Sanchez. Congratulations on her retirement. Welcome to SRO Carol Crumpton. Look forward to working with her. Thank you, Ms. Miller, for coming here this evening and talking about the high school PTO, and thanks to all of our PTOs for all that you do for our students and our staff. And yes, I thought Ms. Hawkins's point of the 35 dual credit courses. Yes, students can earn associate's degrees at Silver Creek High School. We've had a few over the last couple of years, and I look forward to that number increasing. And I think that is it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Hawkins, do you have anything?
One other thing that I just want to highlight is with the increased enrollment at the middle school, Miss Nunn and Mr. Houtman kind of had to make a quick adjustment to their schedule, and I really think they hit a home run personally with what they did with adding the intervention and the way that they kind of adjusted that. So just want to recognize them for putting students first and doing what was best for their building. I think it was a really great way to deal with some of the enrollment increases that they had. So Christy and Brad, just want to make sure you guys are recognized for that.
Dr. Ballman.
I just want to reiterate and thank everyone and our staff for a great start. One thing that I would mention is just the excitement on the kids' faces, especially those. Got me now? Sorry. Just the excitement that we see in our kids' faces. I often said that kids are excited as the staff that welcomes them and teaches them every day. And I think it's just a testimony of such a welcome environment that our staff produces for our students. I mean, they are so pumped up to come into school, and it's just really neat to see that on their faces. So just kudos to our staff. Again, the next board meeting, I'll give more information on operations, but a lot of effort and a lot of time put in to make sure a smooth start there. And again, thanks Al and Christy as we have created new snakes and a ton of pylon cones to deal with that, and all the patience that it took to get that done. But it's running much smoother now, so appreciate that. And I also want, he's not here, he's already moved on. I just want to recognize Steve Dole for his 27 years of service at our building. He has moved on, but his dedication and loyalty to Silver Creek for the last 27 years is appreciated, and he will be missed.
Ms. Franklin?
Yeah, a few things. I want to thank Officer Sanchez for her service to our school. In doing so, I want to recognize Miss Sandy Myers. She actually was the one who pursued that as an admin with special thanks to Jamie Knoll, Sheriff, and Scotty Maples over there. I know that when that position came open, we didn't have a grant funding to cover the full amount, but we had the support from their sheriff's office to bring her in. And you have to find the right person to be able to do that. And so I thank Sandy for her pursuit of, really just going above and beyond and trying to fill that role. We knew we had one SRO, we had 4 buildings, and since that time we have been able to, through Sandy's pursuit alone, and with the support of the sheriff's office and working collaboratively with Chief Russ Whalen, bring in 3 now. And I always say I think we need 1 more, but it's we've grown and came a long way since 2018. And so I look forward to the new officer coming in. I think that's great that they're going to continue to fill that role. So thank you to everybody who was involved in that, and thank you for her service here. She really did do a great job doing that. And so with that, I just want to thank all the administration, all the staff. Everybody mentions our enrollment's up. And although that's really good and that's exciting, it creates a lot of more work for our administration. They're kind of like making game time decisions and trying to figure out the numbers. And, I can't imagine the hours and the time that you guys put in at the beginning of a school year just to get us up and going. All those late meetings and meeting the parents and making sure everybody else is comfortable coming into your buildings. You guys really have gone above and beyond. And that even goes to the teachers too, who are having more kids in their classroom and are teaching more students. So thank you for that. Last but not least, the foundation is hosting the annual Back to School Bash this weekend. This is a free event for our students and staff, for the community to come together to kind of support our teachers and their students. We have a lot of great supporters. I won't go through every single one of the sponsors who have already committed to supporting the schools, but it's going to be a good turnout. Our own AD at the middle school, Mr. Bile, he plays in a band, The Rumors. He helps coordinate this event every year, and so special thanks to him. His band, The Rumors, will be out at Covered Bridge on Saturday. 7 to 11, music starts at 8. We have some kid activities, bounce house, face painting, and Kona Ice will be out there. So come out to Covered Bridge, bring your kids from 5 to 7, get them to a babysitter's house, and then come out and enjoy the adult evening at the underneath the deck there at Covered Bridge, and support your school. So thanks for everybody coming together on that, and I think that's it for me for tonight.
Thank you. Mr. Basham? You're good? Is that what you said?
She pretty well covered it.
Ms. Bright?
I would just like to give a shout out to our students, K through 12. Anytime I'm on campus, their manners are just outstanding, and they're just always very courteous. And I know behind that is great parents and teachers and staff that have guided them in that direction. So I appreciate you all as well.
Mr. Grohm?
Just kudos to everybody else as well, teachers, administrators, parents, students. Chrissy, just make sure you take the same note from Ms. Campbell and Mr. Eckert, that you get people there, you feed them, and get them home safe.
I'll be there if anybody needs to ride.
And, it's just really an echo of a lot of what everybody said, but, you can't underestimate what Officer Sanchez has done for primary school, and many congratulations to her on her retirement. Ms. Miller, again, thank you for coming. We appreciate it, and we appreciate what you're doing at the high school. And Steve Doyle, thank you for 27 years. You've been fantastic, and New Albany Floyd is getting one heck of an employee. So welcome back, students and staff. We'll kick off another year, and hopefully it's just as great as it ever has been. Again, with construction, just be a little patient. It is a marathon and not a sprint. With that being said, our next meeting dates are August 16th here at the primary school in the PDAC. We have a work session at 5:30 p.m. And then on August 23rd, our regular scheduled board meeting here in the PDAC at 6:30. And then September 13th, regular scheduled board meeting is also here in the PDAC at the primary school. With all of that being said, do we have a motion for adjournment?
I so move.
Ms. Bright makes a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Mr. Basham seconds. All of those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries 5-0. Meeting adjourned, 7:28.